Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. I'd like to welcome you to another video. I'm kind of going out of sequence today on this one. It just happened to be a song I was working on, and I guess I just thought it would be a good place to put this in the sequence. I don't know. It's like my songs kind of follow a sequence, and if you've been following my lessons, if you start from the very beginning, each song kind of builds on the other. So I'm not exactly sure where this one here fits, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I was playing it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. There's some cool things in it. This song is called Brandy. It's been one of my favorite songs for like a lot of years. I remember singing along with this one in the radio of my old 1963 Dodge Dart back in the days. So this is in the key of E, okay? And so we'll kind of start with the usual thing I like to go through on this, and that's that you want to get your 1, 4, and 5. So in the key of E, you have your E, your A, and your B seventh, okay? E, A, and B seventh. You could also do it like this: have your E, A, and B seventh, okay? And we talked about that each of your three main chords has a relative minor. So this song is great because it uses all the three relative minors as well. And so I always like to teach my students that, because if you reach a point where you're playing in a band or something, and you're just you're doing like a lot of different songs, like the band I was in, I never knew what we were going to play till we got up there. And so if someone says, oh, I'm in the key of E, right off the bat you're thinking, okay, what's my 1, 4, and 5? What are the three relative minors? And there's a few other places a song can go. And normally people are nice enough to tell you if there's an off chord. They'd say, oh yeah, we're in the key of E, and the off chord is a G sharp major minor 7th or something like that with a dipsy doodle on top. So um, anyways, so it's good to get your head kind of wrapped around that when you're playing, just so then that way, you can improvise pretty well. You can kind of tag along and at least kind of have a general idea of what you're doing. And of course, if you do it the second time, then or a third time, chances are you're going to remember it. The way we worked is we just knew so many songs. It was kind of hard to put to really just get a grip onto what song you were going to play. And I would just practice my basic leads and hope for the best. But we weren't doing anything fancy either. We were just playing for friends and little bars and stuff like that. So it really didn't matter. We just were old enough. We just liked to play and just have fun. But again, important stuff to know though. Okay, so we're in the key of E. So this song right off the bat has some really cool chords, and part of the reason why I like it. So it starts off with a C sharp minor 7th, which is we're gonna play it here. Okay, this is your C sharp minor 7th. Okay. And I'm assuming, I'll put the chord charts up here, but I'm kind of assuming that, if you're this far along in the mix, I mean, this is going to be, probably lesson number 22 or 23. It might even actually be on the intermediate section of the lessons. More than likely, it probably will. So I'm kind of assuming you're familiar with these bar chords. So it's going to be going to the C sharp minor 7th, to the A sus2. And now, the good news is if you're not really that good at doing this bar chord here, let me show you a couple things you can do. And I've taught in a previous lesson you can play a C sharp minor 7th like this. Okay, it's really not a C sharp minor 7th. It's just like a C sharp minor, and with this A on the bottom, it actually ends up being like an A major 7th. But you can kind of, so you can play an A. So you can play a C sharp minor like that. But once you take that A off, which is kind of interesting to look at, if you do this, there's an A major 7th. But the reason this works is because the bass guitar or the piano or whoever's playing is playing that root note, okay? So that's why that works. So it's a pretty cool deal. So you can play it that way. But for this song, I don't really necessarily know if it's going to work that way. if it'll work that well, I should say, in this song. Okay. So here's the way I like to do it. And I think it's probably actually done this way. I've seen several guys play it like this, but this is a great way to play a C sharp minor right here. Okay. I don't know if it's a C sharp minor 7th. We have that a B in there. Yeah, so that B is the 7th, and then you've got the E, which is the minor 3rd. Okay, so that's a great C sharp minor 7th. Okay. Now the cool thing about this is the intro goes C sharp minor 7th, A sus2. So you can just use those 2 notes, or the two your 2 fingers on that that you have down already on the guitar. Your 3rd and your pinky. Well, I really feel rusty on these lessons here. I haven't done one in a while. I've been busy sheetrocking one of the bedrooms in my house. What a major job. If you've ever done any sheetrocking, oh my God. Taping goes on forever. Okay, but so that's going to be the intro, and then it goes to an E. And I'll put the song up with the chords and everything. So you're going to go to an E. And this is a B sus4. Again, another easy way. I mean, like normally you could do it like this, but it actually doesn't even really sound that good. Here's a suspended 7th, or you could do it suspended 7th that way. But the way I've seen other people do it is like this right here. And this is a good one to have in your bag of tricks too. So this is a B sus4, okay? And again, if you kind of take that apart, you just have another B right there when you're open E, B string, okay? Basically, you're playing a power chord. You got your root, your 5th, you got a B, another B, and then an E on top, which is your 4th, okay? So the E on top's your suspended 4th. So you've got some really cool open chords on this thing. Okay, so that's the intro, and then, or almost the intro, and then we got one last little thing we have to do. It does a walk down, so it goes A, G sharp, and then an F sharp over the A sus2, and then do a B 7, okay? Also, I should touch on this. Let me back up and show you this A sus2 as well. If you play an A, just your regular A chord, okay, then this is your, the C sharp is the 3rd. That's the minor 3rd right there, which is the C. If you take that off, that's the 2. Again, if you go on a major scale, 1, 2, that note's A, or a B, I mean, and then this is a B. Okay, so that's your A sus2, which is a great chord too. Let me point this down a little bit. I'm not going to touch on the strumming on this. Again, let's refer to the previous lessons. I don't do a whole lot on strumming anyways. It's just I think it's something that will come to you naturally, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And it really doesn't have to be much more complicated than that. Okay, so on that the A, that walk down, there's a couple ways you can do that to make it easier. You can go like that. Now this isn't really giving you a full A sus2, but it happens so quick it doesn't matter. Or you could go like that if you want to get that in there. Okay, so let's do that whole thing. So, oops. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, on showing you the notes on the video. I'll just put the chord charts up so you can see it, because they're good to have anyway. So let's see. I'm going to do that intro. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. there's a port. Okay, so then it goes into the verse. Okay, so that's a great sounding a chord arrangement, I think. And again, they've used like a lot of the chords out of the key right there at the very beginning. So now you're gonna have the E. There's a chord. G sharp minor seventh. Okay, so you pretty much have to be able to do your bar chords to do this song. And this is just a G sharp. Here's your G sharp right here, and this is just a minor seventh. Okay, and then it's going to go to a C sharp minor. And I just end up using this one right here because the problem with this is if you use those kind of open chords, if you're going like this, it's kind of hard to get to. I mean, you could do it if you practice enough, or you could do the major seventh or the minor sevenths like this. But the problem with doing it this way is you can kind of see where my wrist is, and then when you get here, you got to turn your wrist. You have to go through a lot of rotation. Now, if you're just playing along, you could, playing rhythm, you can do it. The problem I have with it is I'm trying to sing it at the same time I'm playing it, so I'm trying to think of the most, the easiest way I can do it and not have to miss a chord or have to look at the neck too much. Because I'm at the age where I can't even remember my song lyrics anymore. So if I take my eyes off the page and look at my hands, sometimes I lose my place. So the way I'm doing it is I'm going okay, there's a port on a western bay, and he serves. Now I'm going to A like this. See, if you're on the F sharp minor, your A is right there. Now you could, when it goes to D, you could do this. Okay, this is just kind of coming from the Eagle Claw D, or the Keith Richard thing. He's always doing this. Okay, so okay, there's a port on a western bay, and it serves ships at day. Lonely sailors pass the time away, and they talk about their homes. Okay, so then that second part is just lonely sailors. Oops, lonely sailors pass their time away. And again, you're going to go to the A suspended second, so your third finger is already where it needs to be. You're just going to slide that down. You can hit that A sus2. Talk about their homes. Okay? And then we do the second verse. And there's a girl in this harbor town. She works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She serves them whiskey and wine. Okay, so that's the verse. Then we go to the chorus. We're going to go to the C sharp minor. Say Brandy. Now at this point here, I like to use this open voicing. Brandy, you're a fine girl. Good wife you would be. Yeah, your eyes can steal the sailor. Or, and again, instead of doing that B, you could do this one. Eyes can steal the sailor from the sea. And again, when you're on that B, you're just going to grab your A like that. You don't really want to go like this, okay? Well, you could, but this is just so much more. Okay, so let me do that whole part for you. Sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Oops, do that again. Sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Good wife you would be. and then you're going to go back to the next verse. Same as the other one. Brandy wears is the first one, I should say. Brandy wears a braided chain made of fine silver north of Maine. The locket that bears the name of a man that Brandy loves. He came on a summer's day bearing gifts from far away, but he made it clear he couldn't stay. No harbor was his home. Sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, love of my lady, is the sea. Okay, so that gets you through that second verse, and then also the thing I should point out to you too, when you're coming on that from that E, but the very last line of that verse, but my life, my love, and my lady, when it goes to that B right there, just remember your third finger is already on the right string. See, so you can just slide into that B. So I myself will remember that when I've just been kind of getting reacquainted with this song after not playing it for many years, and so I wanted to play it in part of my. So I'm just doing like some playing around with some backing tracks. You know, I like to sing and just play along and do it that way. So I'm kind of making a mental note to myself that I'm going to hit that. Okay, again, that way I don't have to focus that much on the guitar. I mean, yeah, we're all guitar players, but it's kind of like when you're singing, and especially if you're a struggling singer like I am. I love to sing, but I have to work really hard on it, so I need all my focus on the singing. So, and that's really what people are hearing. Like a lot of times, if you're singing, they're more focused on the singer, especially if they're not like. If they're just your average person out there, they're not really a guitar player. They're not really listening to, oh, did you hear that cool chord he just played? If they're just your average Joe, they're not focused on all this cool stuff we're doing on the guitar. Okay, so I've had that happen before, like where I've in the past I've learned like really complicated songs on the guitar, spent hours and hours on doing all this finger picking and stuff, and they're just as happy if you play Horse with No Name. It's crazy. Okay, so that brings us up to the bridge. Okay, so we did a verse, a chorus, and a verse. Now the bridge is again kind of the same chords. So we have that C sharp minor seventh, and again we're going to use this open voicings. These open voicings. So it's going to go C sharp minor seventh to the B. So this is kind of cool. So here Brandy used to watch his eyes, told her sailor stories. She could feel the ocean foam rise. She saw was rage and glory. He always. Now right here, I think this is really cool. This is a D6/9. So again, it's the same shape. So what's going on here is you've got your D, okay, your root, fifth. Here's another octave or another root. That's a D. This is an E, which is the 2. But if you think of it as a seventh, it ends up being a 9. Okay, so 2 is the same thing as a 9. And then you have that E. You have the B, which should be the 7th. Here's the major 7th. Ooh, whoa, wait. Oh, no, wait, we're looking for a D6/9. Okay, well, we're still going to look at the 2 as a 9, okay, because we've got that, so we're going to have a 6, so the 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. So there's the B. Wow, that was like really kind of confusing for a second there. So the other thing to do too that I like to do on this is you think if this is your root note, here's your third. Okay, this is your sixth, and this would be your 9 right here. Okay, it works better if you're on an E string. Let's say let's do an A note. Here's root, third, 6, 9. Okay, that's a good way to see it. Okay, so this is let me do that again. Guess I have sheetrock on the brain. Yeah, if you ever do sheetrock, hire someone to do the taping for you. I'm a glutton for punishment. I think this is like the 5th, 6th time I've done this. It's just, and I always dread it. Okay, so here's your D, here's your 5th, here's another D, there's your B is the 6th, E is the 9, okay? So that's a D, 6, 9. Okay, so let's see if I can go through that whole thing again. 2, 3. Brandy used to watch his eyes when he told us sailor stories. She could feel the ocean foam rise. She saw its rage and glory. She had always told the truth. He was an honest man. Brandy does her best to understand. And at night, the bars close down. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole thing. Okay, so I think that's about all I can tell you on that one. It's just you know, you just have to practice it and get the lyrics down if you're singing it. I've practiced. I started working on this again a couple days ago and got all the lyrics put together. So it's a fun one to play. I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I did it in the past many years ago, so this is a good song for you to know. And then also with these some of these open chord voicings, I think you'll be able to use in a lot of your other songs. I know I try to put them in whenever I can. You know, well, sometimes like when you're playing by yourself, they fill out the sound, you know. But to me, where they really shine is when you're playing with other musicians, and you can put in, you know, so you've already got someone else playing the basic chords, and then you can throw in the open chord voicings. It really just adds to it. It just makes it sound so cool, and you know, it's great because the other guitar player musicians will go, hey, what is that? You know, a good example, there's this one here that I showed you. You know, you can do like a kind of a B minor down here like this. You know, it sounds cool, you know, and it's okay when you see me play that because you know, you're watching the video. But if you play that and no one's not looking, you know, they'll go, I've had that happen to me before, you know, I just play the simple chord and someone will go, wow, what is that chord? You know, and you go, oh, it's just, you know, basically it's a B minor, but you're just doing this. Okay. So, okay, well anyways, folks, I sure appreciate you dropping by and watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this, and feel free to check out my website. I've got like a lot of backing tracks and chords and all that kind of stuff on there too, and it's free. At least so far it is. It's like I was trying to do like a membership deal, but doesn't look like that's going to work. So yeah, it's free for now. Who cares? So anyways, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we will see you around on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.